Hi guys, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Chaos Complex, where we play Star Wars games and are silly. Um, do brief character intros. Lucy, you wanna go first?
Sure. I'm Lucy. I play Jayara, the Twi'lek operative.
Uh, Quinn, I always forget what Ilara looks like.
It's someone. Uh, I'm Quinn. I play Doran, the Chist operative.
Javi,
Hello, I'm Javier, and I play the Mandalorian fighter.
named.
Tin. His name is a Tin.
I don't know who that is. A
The
tin of what?
Mandalorian.
Tin of what? And Harry.
I play Glyph, the Boston engineer.
Most excellent. Before we get started, we want to remind all you guys about our lightsaber giveaway that we'll be doing. We'll be giving away 2 lightsabers from Level Up Lightsabers when we hit our follower goal on Twitch, which is 100 followers, and TikTok, which is 1,000 followers. These are really awesome sabers. You really should enter to win. We'll be having more information about how to enter in the next few days, and also some more info on the giveaway at the end of the stream. So make sure you stick around and check that out. Yeah, it's purple. It's just so pretty. Like, I can't get over how pretty it is. I'm a mess. Anyway, make sure you stick around to the end of the stream to get some more details on that. Cool? Savvy. All right. Anyone else have any housekeeping stuff before we get started?
Still sleeping.
Okay. Snoring.
Keeping the whole
Everyone's
awake.
snoring. All right. When last we had our lovely encounter, our lovely time with our crew, when last they were boogieing around space, they managed to catch the tax evader, Greg. They successfully figured out his puzzles and traps, and they decided to just take his credits and go tell the sheriff that they had killed him. It was good. It was a little bit of a dark side alignment gained moment, but it's okay. Sometimes you gotta.
We've been doing too much good stuff anyway. You know,
Yo,
murdering gun runners, murdering other
Yeah,
people.
And objectively,
Stealing from space flows,
Yeah, good people.
objectively, he is doing good work, even if it's for personal gain. So, like,
See, it's one of those dark side options that give you 50 points instead of 100. It's like
right.
dark light.
It was a minor
Dark-
dark side.
it was a minor dark side option.
Minor dark side choice.
We did cut off his toe.
He cut off his own.
He didn't do that.
own
He
toe.
did it himself.
He cut off his own toe. No toes were
I don't
harmed.
take any responsibility for that.
I take no responsibility for the toe. But upon emerging from this wonderful tax evader's house, they discovered that Biff had been misplaced. Poor Biff. Where is he now? Not where they left him. That's for sure. So they made their way back to the ship. It was all boogie time. They also found out some interesting information about one of their crew members. One of their buddy boys, Lopak. They found out he was part of a big gang. That was fun. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. In tonight's episode. Oh yeah, Lopak gave JR a fancy little knife.
Hey, JR, what you got there?
No!
No!
Oh, it do be like
Let's
that.
make a vine.
We should make a Vine comp for this game. It's been 8
Let's make a Vine
episodes. It's
comp.
time. We've got some material. What is your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel. So you're all back on. Why is he screaming? I'm like,
He's
I can
upset
see
that we don't have Biff.
The
friggin'
mariachi music
has
has been replaced
replaced.
by a cat.
That's Lopak. Lopak is
Lopak is
screaming.
just- So it's the middle of the night. Glyph and Lopak work. Lopak, can you give me a minute to like do the introduction before you decide to start having a crisis? Glyph and Lopak are working to try and track the communicator that Biff had on him. It's slow work. It's not great. These communicators weren't meant to be long range, so you're having to do a workaround and then every now and then do another workaround. And Lopak's getting a little antsy. He feels a little anxious about this whole thing. But you guys work in silence for a while. The rest of the crew is just sleeping. They're just vibing. It's cute. A tin is snoring like all hell. Doran is laying in bed, racked with guilt of burning all record of his past. Maybe not that much guilt. Just kind of a feeling of emptiness, where there should be hole, like a hole. Just a bit of vibage, but not
Honestly,
in a good
I
way.
don't remember. I was just like, if that one meme of the girl sitting on the bed was a little more upset.
But eventually, Glyph and Lopak get tired and decide to wait till the morning. So they go to their own respective beds, and they snuggle in, and everyone's asleep. Several hours pass. It's a relatively like still quiet night. There's not a whole lot going on. Cal is the first to wake up. He was the first to go to sleep. Doran, you didn't sleep well last night. You did eventually make it to sleep. Tin eventually stopped
That's fair.
snoring. But you had some dreams about your past. Like it wasn't a very restful sleep. So you're already kind of a light sleeper. And you hear Cal get out of bed. And it's an odd sound because it sounds very, very stiff. It sounds very, it's not like the normal Cal where he's sprightly. And as you kind of come around, the first thing you realize is it's really, really cold. Like it's far colder on the ship than it was when you were last awake. It's really
Just
cold.
like home.
Just like home. Just
Just
like
okay, because Jissa from a really cold planet.
It's okay.
I look. Final Bam is okay.
Final Fantasy.
If Doran dies, I will play.
My backup character is the
forgot.
final Pam. Pam that death forgot.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna
just have
look
Doran
over
become Pam.
the bunk and see what's going on.
You can see Cal. It's not like super dark. None of the rooms of the ship ever get very dark. Like they get dim, but there's always kind of like rail lighting in the ceiling. You can see Cal kind of standing below you, shivering and looking around, and you can see his breath. That's how cold it is now on this ship.
You alright there, Cal?
Oh, yeah, it's way colder than it should be. I think I need to go check the engine. The ship shouldn't have gotten this cold. And he kind of hurries off, and you notice the door is kind of sticky. Like the door to get out of your little sleeping quarters is like, it's cold. So the gears are kind of like, not sticky to the touch, but it just like sticks. Like it doesn't slide smoothly.
Okay, I was like...
It's sticky. It's
Okay, I
it's
was very confused.
no, not like it sticks as
Okay,
it tries to like whir open. It's just kind of like a eek, eek, as opposed to there's jam on the
Gotcha.
door.
Gotcha. That is different and much better, maybe. Okay, I'll get down and go see if everyone else is awake, I suppose.
All right. You get down out of bed. Are you wearing like socks or anything on your feet?
Doran is a sock sleeper kind
Okay.
of guy, I think.
You can feel the cold of the metal floor through your socks, almost as if you aren't really wearing socks. Like it's very cold. It's like going out in the snow in socks. It's very reminiscent of your home planet. It's not great. It's a very unpleasant sensation. You also notice at this point that a tin has stopped snoring. Whether that means he's awake or he has just decided to stop being a dick in his sleep, you're not really sure. But it is very quiet on the ship. It doesn't sound like anyone else is up and moving around.
Okay. In that case, I'll put some boots on. I'll just put all my gear on actually, and then go wake everyone up.
All right. You make the rounds. Everyone wakes up. It's very cold to all of you. It's not a cold you're particularly familiar with. It's kind of similar if ever had a night where you've slept outside or when you did like a long stakeout in the middle of winter. But it's inside, so it feels very upsetting. It's like you went to bed feeling uncomfortable but warm, and now you've woken up feeling uncomfortable and cold.
JR like peeks her head out from under the blankets, takes one look around, and goes, "Nope."
Valid.
Yep.
Why is it so fucking cold?
I'm 75% sure this isn't me. Hold on. Did I mess with the computer and do anything to make it cold?
You and Lopak were all up in the like systems of the computer last night. Like you were all up in them.
Okay.
All right. How did everybody sleep?
We can discuss this when it's not so cold, actually.
Okay.
The whole crew does manage to eventually get out of bed. Doran, you kind of have to pull Jayara up. Eventually everyone but Cal, so all of you and Lopak are kind of gathered in the little galley of the ship. Glyph, you go to the computer, the little central terminal that you were working with last night, and try to see if maybe something you and Lopak had done in like coding or trying to figure out the communications thing had caused this extreme cold. Cal's still not back from the engine, but you can hear him kind of down there moving around. He sounds fine. He just sounds like he's tinkering, hitting a bunch of buttons. The ship still appears to have most of its power. Like, it doesn't seem like a system has gone offline. It's just very cold.
Huh.
Jayara's still in her pajamas, which is just her jumpsuit from the food processing center, but she's layered up all her robes over top of it, and it's just wrapped like this.
Oh. When do we get somebody? It's a stowaway.
Fuck off, Atin. It's too fucking cold. She hasn't done her makeup this morning, so all you see is like these bright blue eyes peering out from the shadows.
It's like a little gremlin.
A very tall gremlin.
Yeah, this is
Lopak
why
sees
you
that
have
you're
fur.
cold, and yeah, Lopak and Glyph, they aren't as bothered by the cold. Like Glyph, you know it's cold, and Lopak knows it's cold, but you're also well insulated in terms of fur.
Lopak gets
you
free
know this is an
snuggles this
unusual
morning.
cold. Yeah, you kind of snuggle up next to Lopak. He's very warm. He looks down at you, kind of like he doesn't know what to do with this display of affection. But he eventually wraps his arm around you, like pulls you in close to his chest. Nice toasty.
It just reminds me that I need to get better equipment so I don't freeze to death if we ever go to a planet that's cold like this.
We are never
Or
going
worse.
to a planet that's cold like this! Ever!
Anyway, I shout over to Cal just to check up on him and see how he's doing.
Hey, Cal.
Oh, yeah?
How's it looking down there?
Well, I can't really pinpoint the problem. The only thing I can see is the heating system's not working. It's strange. We shouldn't be cold like this. It's not cold like this outside.
What?
In space, it's not this cold in space.
You're not in
We
space.
haven't
You guys
taken
didn't
our
take
We're
off.
We're still on
You're still on
Christophsis.
Christophsis.
We're not
Then
leaving
let's
Biff
just open the
behind.
door.
Are you crazy?
All
All
right.
right, Glyph says, let's just open a door.
Glyph,
Wait.
He
you said
walks
that
over.
Glyph, maybe don't do that without,
But-
double checking.
Glyph doesn't hear you. He just walks over and presses the
I
button
grab
to open
something.
the main
You will-
door. And just like warm air washes in.
Oh.
It's not like particularly warm. It is kind of like early morning Christophsis air, but it's way warmer than what you were just dealing with in the ship.
Oh, thank goodness. Why would it be colder inside than it's
Glyph-
outside?
Didn't you say that something happened when you were messing with the ship's computers the first time?
I did give it a personality.
Sorry, what?
Wait. What about the droid? We can have the
Is
droid
it the
talk to the.
vindictive one?
It's I have no idea.
M23? Where's M23?
We can have her talk to the personality of the ship, so to say.
Hey, ship. Did we make you mad?
I don't think the ship's gonna respond to you.
As you guys call out for I think it's M27 actually is what
M27, excuse me.
I named it. It's okay. It's fine. No, it's okay. No one ever remembers my name anyway. It's okay. She kind of wanders her way in, and stands with you.
M27, do you have any idea what's wrong with our heating system?
1 second, and she walks over the computer terminal. Aiden, there's ham, cheese, lettuce, and spinach on my sandwich. Since you're asking, out of that's what she says to the computer. No, he just messaged me, and I didn't want to type it in chat, so I was like, that's what it is. But she wanders over to the computer, and she kind of like plugs into it, and she's like, I don't see any problem. There's nothing wrong with the ship. Every system is operating fine.
But it's cold.
Is it possible that someone could be venting in cold air from the outside?
It's possible, I guess, because the ship isn't in air, the vents could be circulating, but and she turns back to the little terminal she's working with. She's like, I don't see any indication of that happening. It just seems like it's cold.
I'd like to return to my room and put on my armor. Then I want to go check the vents.
I have an idea.
Oh, all right.
I walk up
What?
to the ship's control panel, and I say, "What's the model of ship?"
I don't like
Are
where
you
this
always
is
gonna
going.
ask me questions?
Whenever Glyph says he has an idea, I
I
don't
found
like
Biff's character sheet!
Let's go! We found Biff. Biff walked through the door.
Episode's
found
over.
Biff!
The
All right,
show's
that's
over.
the end of the episode. Sorry, guys. They really progressed faster than I was expecting. Yeah, Biff's character sheet. Well, I guess that means I don't actually have the ship's character sheet.
The ship disappears.
The ship is gone.
We're all just standing
As
on
you
Biff's
guys are
back.
all wondering why it's so cold, the ship just winks out of existence. No, I'm only missing the inventory part of the ship. It's a nice ship. It's a good model ship. It's a ship with a good model. That's all you need to know. Don't ask me questions about ship specifics.
Right. Hey, Escape. I just thought I would talk to you, person to person, heart to heart. Don't give me the cold shoulder, Chip. Don't give me the cold shoulder, Escape. I feel like we need to talk and we need to communicate, because that's what builds a healthy relationship. Get
So
it?
as
Because
as Glyph is
we're in
saying
relation
this,
and you're a ship.
So everything seems to be fine, and then when Glyph makes that terrible pun, the ship gives like a great shudder. It's like, and then you hear Cal, "Sorry, that was me. I hit the wrong button."
Oh,
For a second, I thought the ship was going to destroy us for Glyph making that pun.
I want to destroy us for Glyph making that pun.
All right.
What
In
do
that
you-
case,
that's a
I'm
good
pretty
joke.
sure this wasn't me.
Well, I don't really
Ship?
know very much about ships. I've never been on a ship with this happening. I'm going to go outside and check the vents. Does anyone want to come?
sure.
Sure.
Great.
All right, you guys wander outside. Meanwhile, Lopov goes up to the cockpit to try and start up the ship to see if he can get some heat flowing on it, or at least get some air circulating so it's not so fucking cold. But you guys all go outside, and from you kind of break off. You all start walking around the ship slowly, looking at the vents. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. A few have scuff marks on them, like they were at one point removed or modified or damaged, but you can't tell how recent any of that effect is, and they all look pretty much intact and to be functioning as normal. Have any of you worked on a ship before, or?
I have a
On
little
ships.
bit.
In terms of like mechanics.
Yeah, in terms of like mechanics.
Oh,
not
never
like,
mind.
Yeah, in
I-
terms of.
I would imagine he's done minor fix-ups, but I'm not sure if he would have outstanding knowledge.
I built
Okay.
pod racers from scratch.
Yeah. Glyph, you know this, and Doran, you kind of, you from your experience, you can see that it's like the ship upon closer inspection, while it looks like a piece of junk, it looks like it was made to look like a piece of junk. It actually looks like a nice ship. It's got good parts that have just been tarnished. Like it's kind of like a salvaged ship, like it pulled a bunch of parts from a bunch of different places.
Mr. Bob A. Fett had good taste.
Bob A. Feet and Joey Chestnut
Joy Chestnut.
George Chestnut.
had good taste. But it does, other than that, you don't notice anything odd about the outside of the ship.
Okay, so then it must be an internal problem, right? If it's not out here.
So then we should sweep.
Right, let's search the ship. We search the ship.
Excellent idea.
You guys all go back inside. You don't notice anything. There's nothing seems to be out of place. It's now getting warmer. Lopak has got the ship up and running. It's circulating the air. Cal is just kind of standing when you make your way down to the lower level. Cal's just kind of standing in the engine room looking stumped. He can't figure out what's caused this odd happenstance. It's one of life's many mysteries.
It's okay, Cal. It's normal as an engineer to not know what's going on. That's how it is for me anyway.
No, Glyph, I really don't think that's true.
So, Cal,
Oh.
there's just no clues as to why the heating system just went off like that?
Well, the only thing I can think of is if maybe there was a system reboot that happened last night, but I can't find any indication of it. And,
What exactly would a
You
system
know,
reboot
it-
do?
oh, well, essentially, depending on which part of the system you reboot, in this case, the heating system, it just shuts it down and cycles it so that it comes back up. It tends to happen a bunch on older ships as a way to conserve power. I've never actually heard of it happening while a ship is landed, but I do know it's a thing that happens. I don't think it's anything wrong with the ship. We should probably just get into the main computer and make sure that all of the programming of the systems is functioning normally.
Right.
I do that.
We go to the galley
Right.
where I think the main terminal is.
Yep. You guys all wander back into the main little terminal area. You hook into the main computer and pull it up, and it does look like shortly after you all went to bed, and Doran, you know this as shortly after the time you threw those papers into the fire, there's a little alert that there was a system malfunction.
Gee, what could
And it
that
does
be?
it does who could have done this? It does show that there was a breach in one of the parts of the engines that caused the system to reboot, and it just, when it rebooted, it didn't come back online properly.
There's no record of anyone entering the ship other than us, is there?
No.
It's weird.
Interesting.
Should we check the engine? Cal, did you already check the engine?
I checked it. It was fine. This is weird though. This says that a compartment near the engine was open last night. I simply opening it wouldn't have caused a malfunction though. Were any of you down in the engine room last night? Did you see anything weird?
I didn't. I mean, I wasn't down there.
I just went straight to bed.
I tried to.
I was
What do you mean?
valiantly trying to find Biff.
It's
Biff
him.
and Biff reunited again. Best
What?
friends forever.
What happened last
I mean-
night? Did I miss something?
Well, yes, because you were asleep for it. But are you aware that you snore like a bantha?
A snore?
Yes. White.
How? Not bad?
I could hear it
Yes.
from my room, so
Oh. Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Doran.
As someone with exceptional hearing, because frankly my ears are quite large, I would appreciate it. Next time you snore, I will put you to sleep.
He already was asleep.
That
I assume you meant that in the more threatening manner, but it doesn't really work
Yeah,
if the
I'm not
person's
the most
already
threatening
asleep.
person.
See, Biff, when you say things like that, I can't take you seriously. I'm just saying, pal.
Hey, I took on a gunrunner and the mob and the other mob and lived. So
That is
Because
true.
of us,
hey, the first mob I did on my own
and got thrown in jail.
by the police. I never said I took on the police.
Clearly,
You
did
tried to. You did in fact try to take on the police though and failed.
An attempt was made.
It was certainly an attempt.
After saying that, I just pat Biff on the head, like, nice try, buddy.
It's now much warmer on the ship. The systems all seem to be operating fine. Cal clears the mechanical error out of the system, but he does make a note of it just to see if it happens again. It's very odd. Those of you who don't like, everyone except Doran feels very uneasy about how this could have happened on the ship. The only person who's not present for this discussion is Lopak. And those of you who are more suspicious of him, i.e. Atin and Glyph, think maybe he had something to do. Maybe he made an effort to sabotage the ship. It just,
Yeah, I do not trust Lopak at all.
yeah. Lucy, you don't think this because you had that conversation with him, but Atin and Glyph are kind of like, the gears are turning.
Do I notice that Lopak isn't here?
Yep.
Oh.
You can still hear him. He's up in the cockpit of the ship, getting all of the systems up and running from that end. You do notice that he isn't present.
Gotcha. I'm gonna head up to the cockpit just to check on Lopak, see what's going on.
Well, hold on. Shall we draw up a game plan for trying to find Biff?
We will, but still we gotta at least figure out what this is first, and then we'll get Biff.
What do you mean by this?
Just like this weird breach on the ship.
Well, I for one am willing to call it a malfunction. Leave it at that unless it happens again. I mean, nobody was hurt.
It is an older well, is it an older ship?
It's middle-aged. It's
Okay.
once again, it's like a ship that's made up from a bunch of salvaged parts of other ships.
That's
so it's
I mean, it's
As
a
the
ship
owner
that was put together
that
out of
is from
scrap.
2008. Shit happens on old stuff.
Anyway, I'm just gonna check on Lopok. That's it. I just want to talk to him.
Tin, I mean this with all
What?
due respect, but you tend to initiate conversations like that with blasters.
Trust me on this. I won't do it this time.
That
It
is
shoots
not
a
at
little
all
fucking-
comforting.
I just want to talk to him.
Listen,
That's
we're
it.
just worried about you. We think your obsession with shooting people with blasters is starting to become a problem.
All right. Listen.
We
No
tried to buy a ship part from a nice couple that kind of threatened to murder us, and you had to shoot them.
Okay, but they threatened us.
And I
Anyway,
just threatened
look.
you.
All right. You know what? Here, I hand over my blaster.
And your
Sit
other
there.
one.
Okay, here's my other one.
Thank you.
All right. No blasters. Nothing. All right.
Got any daggers on you?
No, I don't have any daggers.
Okay.
They're
Please
all in my
don't
bunk
kill
anyways.
Lopok.
I'm not going to kill Lopok. Jeez. Ugh.
Please don't threaten Lopok either.
I'm not gonna threaten the big cat man. All right.
Alright, so as Atin is like warding off your concerns, he makes his way up to the cockpit. Lopok is seated in the pilot's chair, hitting buttons, pressing, flipping switches.
Am I like on the little entrance of the cockpit?
Mhm.
I'm gonna knock on the side to get his attention. Like,
He looks over at you. He seems surprised that it's you. Of all people who would want to talk to him, he was not expecting a tin. He was expecting his lady friend, but
hey, Lopok,
hello.
how you feeling?
Other than having been quite cold, I feel fine.
Oh, I'm just wondering because last time you kind of drank yourself to practically death.
Well, we all have our moments of weakness, don't we? And he kind of like chuckles it off. He's like, how quirky of me.
Do I see through this? Can I
Do
do
you?
a perception? Can I do a perception check to see through this? To see his damaged self.
Do an insight.
An insight
Do
check?
Insight check.
Okay. That is an 11.
He seems genuine.
Right, I know some people on the crew are worried about you, so I just wanted to come by and check on you.
Who's worried about me?
Everyone. Well, not counting Liv, but Doran, Jara. Worried about you.
I assure you I'm fine. I've had some time to think about it, and I've had a couple of conversations, and they've helped set my mind in the right place. So I'm fine. There's no need to worry.
Okay. Well, were you able to figure out anything with the ship at all? See if turning it
Can't
on
really
out.
see anything from up here, but I did manage to get all systems up and running, and they seem to be operating fine.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. All right. Well,
1 second. He sees through you. He knows that this isn't really why you're up here to ask. And as you're having this little I guess small talk that you ought not to be having, you can see him. He looks you up and down. He narrows his eyes. He's like, "Why are you really up here?"
why am I really up here? Is that an issue? I can't check up on you now?
Well, you can check up on me, except I get the feeling you're not actually here to check up on me.
Yes and no. I did wanted to check up on you because, last time you were barfing everywhere. And there was also a bit of a malfunction near the engine, kind of like a canopy opening. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was in the cockpit most of the time. You can ask Jayara if you'd like.
That's fine. I don't need to ask JR about anything. Well, if that's what it is, that's what it is.
That is what it is.
Listen, I didn't come here to start a fight or anything, okay?
Are you sure? Because that seems to be how you handle a lot of interactions with people.
I'm taking a different approach. I've learned a bit by being in this crew.
He doesn't believe you.
Tim, learning? Never.
No.
He thinks back to that fist fight you had with Biff.
Anyway, we should come up with a plan to find Biff. So we're all going to meet up and come up with a plan if you want to come along.
I've still got a few more systems to start up, but I'll be down when I'm done.
Okay. See you in a bit then. Turn around and walk down to meet up with the rest.
As soon as Atin joins the rest of them, I start like edging aside, and then I dart up to the cockpit and stick my head through the door. Did he threaten you?
Lowpock is just kind of leaning against the wall at this point with his arms crossed, and he's like, surprisingly no, but I get the feeling he would have liked to.
Well, I asked him not to, and Doran asked him not to, and Glyph made him hand over his guns, so...
Ah, well that probably explains why I wasn't shot then.
Yeah.
Speak.
I mean, I like Atin. He does tend to think with his fists.
Oh, yes, I'm sure his fists are the appendage that is controlling his mind. I'm just saying he's a bit too much of a dick not for that to play a bit of a role.
Okay, fair point.
He did. Aiden just a Lowpock mad sus in navigation.
That's my man.
Oh no!
Well, everybody seems to have made it out of that interaction in one piece, so I'll call it a win.
Yeah.
Look at us
Well,
learning
as
to use
you-
our words.
I know. Before you go down, Lowpock kind of comes up to you and he like places his hands on your shoulder. He's like, "Are you warm now?"
Yes, it's much better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I gave Tim back his blasters.
Thanks.
I'll be down in just a few minutes. No need to wait for me.
So
Take your time.
weird, you know, being without my blasters.
I will give him a kiss on the cheek and then join the others.
You
He's-
were
he-
without
he
your
just-
blasters in prison.
Well, listen,
That was weird too, if we're gonna be honest.
it was weird too, you know.
Nothing in that prison was not weird, let's be honest.
the whole
Yeah, y'all took a shower together. That was.
the whole time. Well, he wanted to like get a good look around the area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the area.
Yeah, the area.
You did want a good look. Some good looks were definitely gotten.
Mm.
There is a shower on the ship if you two wanna
No, that's fine.
revisit that.
I don't want to be.
There's more to this relationship. There's more to this relationship.
I don't want to be
I
with
think,
Piss Boy,
you
okay?
know.
Well, there.
I will acidify you.
You, for the last time, you don't have acid piss.
We'll see.
We've seen. You've already pissed yourself. Your legs are fine. You don't.
One of these days, I will get a spell that involves acid.
Oh my god. No.
But
This is what was missing from Cyberpunk.
Tech.
This was what was missing from
You
Cyberpunk.
can't technologically modify your piss.
You
mid-combat.
probably could, actually.
You
Nanomachines.
could definitely put like a chip in your bladder.
No, nanomachine.
No, but like mid-combat.
No, not mid-com.
All right. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah, didn't you? Wait. It was a tin who kissed Biff, right?
What?
Or no. Who?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were. Yeah.
Oh no, it was me. It was
No, it was you.
Doran.
You kissed. Doran kissed Biff.
Yeah.
I
so-
have like a vague recollection of a tin tonguing a dude. I have a vague recollection of a tin tonguing a dude. Does anyone? Is that just me?
It was the
Maybe it's just-
experience.
I think
Bye.
you dreamed that.
I dreamed that. That's in my dreams a tiff is a tiff. That's a
A
tiff
tiff
name.
is canon.
Oh my god.
Ship name.
A tiff. Yeah, actually a tin is the one of the 3 men who hasn't had a gay interaction yet, because Glyph had that guy at the shop. Had the nephew at the shop.
You got fucking killed.
Whose fault is that?
Oh no, we stunned him. We didn't kill him. We stunned him.
Yeah, you didn't kill him.
I haven't
You
murdered
definitely ruined your
anybody.
chances.
No, he hasn't killed anybody.
Yes, we did. We went over this last episode. Glyph hasn't killed anyone.
Oh, right.
He's only stunned.
He's going for a pacifist run.
Well,
No. All right.
This is my
you
flash
guys are-
only run of D&D 5e Star Wars Edition.
I use stealth mode. All I do is go sneaky and run. All right, so you're all gathered in the alley to make your game plan for finding Biff. Glyph, you pull up how far you and Lopok got last night on trying to track him through the communicator. You've hit a dead end, but the communicator signal is definitely coming from off planet. You have discovered that, which is kind of why you've hit a dead end, because
Oh. What's the nearest planet to Christophsis? I know Ryloth is near, but
I think Ryloth is the closest planet to Christophsis.
oh my god. If we have to go to Ryloth again.
What do you mean again? Your whole goal is to get to Ryloth. You were on your way to Ryloth to get that slaver.
No, there was a reason we landed on Christophsis instead of
Because you needed to refuel.
we need to refuel.
And
Hey,
the
we-
monies.
And the monies.
No,
And-
because no. Because we are going to that other planet, Exit
Oh, yeah.
whatever. And I didn't want to go to Ryloth. That's why we landed on Christophsis.
We're going
Yeah,
to Ryloth.
Okay. Well, you were going to Exkull.
I have it written down. Hold on.
Yeah, you were going there, but you landed on Christophsis because you didn't want to land on Ryloth. to refuel.
Excarga.
Excarga,
Excarga.
yeah. Bless you.
Too many
Um,
X.
Too much going on here. I've misplaced my map for the universe. 1 second.
Oh my god. There's Ryloth, Rhodia, and Tatooine, and Geonosis are close to us.
Let's
wow,
do
I
none of
really-
those.
All a bad time.
1 second.
All a bad time. Last thing we want to do is be in a Geonosian arena.
Ah, no, thank you.
That's
Thank you.
not
I'm
the
cool.
challenge.
Bam!
And we came back to rescue you.
Good job.
Good job.
That
We
is
need
not
more
what I meant to
Obi-Wan
do.
sounds.
God damn it. There we go.
Honestly.
Okay.
That should be an emote when we finally unlock our emotes. We should have a good job emote.
Good
Yes.
job. Yeah. All right. So the closest one is Nelvon. That's the closest planet. By eyeballing it, that's the closest one. But there are. You are in a pretty dense. Well, as dense as the universe can get. You are right around Rhodia, Tatooine, Geonosis, Ryloth, and a bunch of other smaller planets.
Oh, and I think. No, never mind.
You think what?
Oh, I thought. No, I think that is Obi-Wan's planet that's near us as well.
Stujon?
No, you're right. No, it's not.
I was like, that's not here.
No. Not in the outer room. At least in our section of the outer
No.
room.
Not in this neck of the woods. As far as you can tell, you can't quite tell exactly where the signal is coming from down here because you lose it in orbit. But
Should we take off and try and pursue it?
you could definitely see if you got a better signal from out of.
Do we really
From
want
in
to go
orbit.
to space in this cold?
We fixed it.
It's not cold.
it's warmed up.
It's warmed
Okay.
up now. It's
All right.
not cold anymore.
All right, well, let's Let's try to find Biff and get him home.
I run back up to the cockpit, knock, and go, "No, Buck, we're taking off."
Oh, all right. I've just got one more system to bring back online.
Great.
And as he says that, he kind of reaches over like the co-pilot's seat and hits a switch. And there's like a little whirring sound throughout the ship, and it's ready to go.
Right.
I
we're
walk
going
up.
to try and go up into orbit and see if we can get a better fix on Biff's communicator.
Sounds like a good idea. Care to be my co-pilot?
Sure. I drop into the co-pilot seat.
Cool. The rest of you get the ship ready for takeoff. You close the doors, seal the vents. Cal does engine stuff. You strap yourselves in, and Lopak lifts you up. It's a little shaky. The controls are still a little stiff from being cold, so it's a little bit of a rough takeoff. But you do make it up. It's all good. It's. I'm trying to remember if you needed clearance to land on this planet.
I don't think we did. I think we just landed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys just kind of rise up.
It's the outer rim.
You see the planet. It shrinks underneath you. But yeah, shortly later you're up in orbit.
Glyph, any
Glyph,
word on the communicator?
The signal is stronger. You can't quite pinpoint a location for it, but you've now got a signal where you had previously not had one. So you go to work, roll technology for me.
Okay. I don't have my dice with me. So I'm just rolling.
Puppy.
Nance doesn't have his dice.
The one thing
It's
you
downstairs
need.
with Lucy.
What?
Yeah, it was in the bag that you took yesterday for the one shot. That is a 13 plus technology.
Mm-hmm.
5, 18.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, are you proficient in technology?
Yeah, I'm an engineer.
Okay. Well. Just
Arguably, but still.
I'm just saying, bear with me, because like, it's okay. All right. It takes you a bit. You said it's 15? No, you said 18.
18.
All right, it takes you a few minutes, but you do manage to get the signal back, and it seems like it's coming from the same direction you were. It seems like it's coming from Ryloth. Or in the direction of Ryloth. You can't quite pin it down to a particular planet, but it does seem like it's coming from that sector of space.
Well, I guess we have no other choice, do we?
Well, we do, but I don't think we should leave Biff like that.
No.
I'll leave Biff. He's
No.
fine.
I can't.
Who needs Biff? We have a quest. It's fine.
JR
can't leave
stares
him.
into
I
space.
emotional. That is
I
my
do.
emotional support lizard.
I can't just leave my roommate behind. Come on.
If
JR
Biff keeps
stares
you
into
from
space like
soaring-
her soul is leaving her body.
Yeah, we're going to your planet, baby. How you feel about that?
Bad is how I feel. Bad.
I know.
That is the answer.
Lopak calls down to you.
I don't think-
and he's...
I think at this point, none of us want to go back to our homes.
Go ahead, Quinn.
I was just saying, I don't think any of us would like to go back to our home planets at this point.
What's a home? What's home?
It's
Shit, man, I don't know.
Hey.
What is it?
Raise your,
It's been a
hand,
minute.
raise your hand if your home planet wants you dead.
Well, actually, Cal's home planet likes him, so it's all good.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I guess.
I mean, Cal's home planet would send him back to prison in a heartbeat, but it's not actively out to get him.
I don't think they want to kill me, but I don't know. For all I know, it could be abandoned. I don't know.
Did you ever tell us what your home planet actually is?
Ordo is actually a moon.
Nice.
Moon. All right. Lopok calls down to Glyph, and he's like, "Does it say in particular what part of Ryloth the signal's coming from?" It doesn't. By the way, it just kind of seems to be in that general vicinity. And you answer back the same, and he looks over at Jayara, and he's like, "Are you going to be okay with this? I know there's some parts of Ryloth that aren't exactly, you know."
Precisely, which is why we can't leave Biff there.
Right. Yeah, of course. Well, full steam ahead for Ryloth then.
All right.
Thank you for your concern, Lopok, but I'm not leaving my friend behind, no matter how much I don't want to go home.
Right. Well, maybe he'll be on the good side of Ryloth, because
There isn't a good
someone
side of
who
Ryloth.
kidnapped a Transocean would definitely take him. to
See,
a
that's a
nice-
myth. What you
nice
just said
place.
doesn't exist.
Right. Touchy subject. Let's
Boogie. All right. So,
Question
answer.
about just the general. Are we going with Legends Ryloth or regular Ryloth? Because Legends Ryloth is like, haha, no sun on half the planet.
I don't know. Do you guys want to do Legends Ryloth?
I don't
Vibe
know the
Legends Ryloth.
difference.
Well, one has sun and one doesn't.
Listen,
I think it's still true. I could be wrong. I think it's still true in canon as well.
I don't
terms
have a
of-
lightsaber. When we were showing off our lightsabers before, I had to use a pen. I don't know what Legends of Ryloth is.
Okay.
That's fair.
I mean, I think I could be wrong. I think it's still true in canon.
I don't know what carried over to canon. I'm gonna be
I don't know
honest
either.
with you.
It's so inconsistent. So I
Little quick Google search.
I have the wiki
Well-
open up for Ryloth right now. I don't see anything about it only being half.
are you on canon?
Good question.
Okay,
I'm just on
the
Wikipedia.
question comes down. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yes, I think.
Well,
Yes.
do you allow me to have night vision in my helmet?
No,
I do.
Why not?
because it's you, and I'm a
What's-
vindictive god.
What?
It just says it was a hot and humid world.
I don't think I have dark vision.
We'll play with Legends Ryloth. We'll play with Legends Ryloth, and it'll be dark on half the planet because I think that'll be
That's
fun.
fun.
That's
Oh.
dope as hell.
That's fun. It's a little quirky thing.
Yeah, it didn't carry
Oh,
over.
fun.
I'm a little sad about that.
Well, we'll play. We'll carry it over. God damn it!
Yeah.
You guys will be the reason that Ryloth is no longer half light, half dark. That's what we'll
Go
do.
get the planet,
I
Biff.
Bright lands and the Shadowlands will no longer be two separate entities. They will be one. Converge. It's convergence.
We give the planet a proper rotation.
Who's gonna Superman around the planet, asking for a friend?
I don't have a
Biff, when we
jetpack.
find him.
Biff is gonna Superman. Biff is already Supermaning around the planet. Yeah. So, you going to Ryloth?
Going to Ryloth.
Legends Ryloth.
I guess.
All right.
Ah,
you all
shit.
boogie.
Here we go again.
You boogie over to Ryloth. Just
Some-
kidding. You're going to Nar Shaddaa. Deal with the huts now.
Better! I like that better!
Okay. Well, now we're not going to Nar Shaddaa because you guys seem way too excited about it.
Listen.
Cross
I
out the
like Nar
campaign notes.
Shaddaa. I like Nar Shaddaa.
All right. You guys all boogie
It's
over
Space
to
Vegas.
I like Nar Shaddaa more so than Coruscant.
just Old Republic specifically, or
In general, it's just like
Croissant.
croissant? No one likes croissant. No one
Coruscant.
likes the city planet.
Nope. Like, who even? Mm-mm.
I haven't gotten there yet. I literally
Okay.
haven't played since the last time we all played together.
Aren't you still on Tython?
No, I got off Tython. I did
Oh, you're on the
pirate
fleet.
thing.
Oh yeah.
I haven't landed yet.
You know, who needs to land? Some of the best times are in the fleet. I spent
Star
a whole
Wars.
evening. I spent a whole evening one time running around the fleet roasting Trump supporters.
Nice.
It was good. There was one
As it
Trump
should be.
supporter and a bunch of non-Trump supporters, and I have never bullied a grandpa before, but now I'm so excited to do it again.
All right. Well.
Yeah, so you guys all boogie over to Ryloth. It's an easy journey. The signal, as the closer you get, the stronger the signal seems to be coming from Ryloth. More importantly, from the orbit around Ryloth. Doesn't seem like it's quite made it to the planet yet.
Scan. Hey, Giara, scan to see if there's any ships in orbit.
Sure. Lopok, how do I do that?
He leans over and he points to like this little like radar kind of looking thing, and he's like, you press this button.
Okay.
I guess I need to make the ship roll, but I don't have. Now I've just literally lost my mind. I keep putting down papers that I keep needing. There it is.
We really should stream ourselves playing some Old Republic at some point.
The ship rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Woo!
Nice.
There are
I'm so
several
glad I gave the
ships
ship
in.
personality.
There are several ships in orbit. You manage to, as you scan, the like signal locks onto one of them in particular. It's a big ship.
Oh no.
It's a big ship. Like, y'all are on a medium ship. This is like, it's a big ship. You know, this is the Millennium Falcon versus like a Star Destroyer. Like, it's a big ship. Not quite that big, but it's.
I'm gonna come up to the cockpit to see if I recognize.
You can't see it. You're
It's
still
not-
on the long
oh,
range
okay.
scanners.
All right.
But you can just tell, like, it's pinging back as a big
Folks,
ship.
we might have a problem.
Okay, Emma, this will most likely not become relevant. How does the virus on my hard drive work? Because I'm forming, like, Doctor Who running onto the dialect ship levels of crazy.
Oh no.
Don't do it!
The virus that you put into
Yeah, the
your
virus
own
I put in
ship.
our own ship.
You basically, when you put the data spike into a computer, it just downloads it. It's not like a malignant virus. It just has some attitude. So
Gave the ship a personality.
you could definitely modify it to be a malignant virus, or you could create your own virus.
I want to create my own virus.
Oh boy.
Cool. Make your way. I don't even know what capacity. I will tell you, if you're gonna create a virus to target a ship, you're gonna want to do it on a closed, like an independent circuit. You're not gonna want to do it from a.
Can I do it on my arm? It doesn't matter if that's
Sure.
destroyed.
Yeah, sure. You can make it on your arm. Who cares anymore? Roll technology.
Break you.
All
Roll
right.
technology.
Please. Hey, 15 plus 5, 20.
Okay, non-natural 20. You make it's a virus that will systematically cripple like the different functionality of a ship until it eventually takes out life support. It will when loaded onto a ship, it attacks each system until eventually shutting down even life support, leaving them essentially dead.
That seems awesome. Let's try it out. I put it on our ship.
Okay,
No.
you take
No,
this
I
data
don't do
spike.
No.
I
You
don't.
download.
No.
It's too late. I'm already rolling.
No.
No.
No, Emma.
Harold, I swear to God,
No,
if you
it's okay.
destroyed our ship, I will go upstairs and I will strangle you personally.
No, you don't
What
put
a
it
way
up.
for the
You have
campaign
the
to end, though.
you have the like monkey brain instinct of like I should try this out, and as you're reaching to like plug it into the ship system, you're like, wait, maybe I shouldn't do this. But so now you have a deadly virus on your arm.
Am I?
Label it COVID-19. Okay, we're ready.
I'm gonna. Did I walk? Have I walked up to the cockpit yet, or no?
Have you?
I mean, I asked if I could.
Yeah, you could go up to the
All
cockpit.
right, I'm gonna walk up to the cockpit.
It's a free country.
I guess, yeah.
I
It's
guess.
space.
It's space. Hey, how we doing up here?
Well, some bad news.
Well, lay it on me. What's the bad news?
No one wants to lay on you, so I'm afraid.
Oh, I know that.
Ship is large ship. Very large, big ship.
Does it have a? Is it showing any like designation or any make and model of it?
Is it, or are we still too far away?
Oh, you're still too far away.
We're too far away.
Try. Oh, I have an idea, but I'm not sure it might work.
Well, you're welcome to try it. I stand up and step aside.
Lopak, have you ever tried to run the ship on silent mode? What I mean by that is by turning off the shields and making it look cool. Make the heat temperature of the ship go cool.
Make the ship look cool. Fly with the ship looking cool.
And anyway, let me rephrase that. You make the ship's temperature go down. That way it's not picked up on sensors.
He looks at you and he just reaches forward and like to the dash and he presses a button. And you hear like you see this little like the readout screen. It just reads out stealth mode activated.
Excellent. Okay. Try to bring up the engines up to 50%. Don't want to go too fast.
He looks at you, he's like, the engines are operating perfectly fine. This ship has an independent stealth drive.
All right. Let's try to approach the big boy.
Have you not been listening? We're not close enough to get any kind of read on the ship.
That's why we're going to fly towards it.
Well, we're already flying towards it, as in we're flying towards the planet. It's on the other side of Ryloth. We can't do anything until we actually arrive there.
Can we not go around? Do we have to actually land on the planet?
No, we don't have to land on the planet. It's just the large ship is on the other side of orbit. So the planet itself is blocking you from getting any kind of read on it. But once you arrive, you can let it rotate into position like the Death Star waiting for the moon of Endor.
Cool.
All
Let's
right.
do that.
Cool. Lopak gives Atin a withering stare. He's just you're just telling him things he already knows. You don't know how to pilot. He is judging you.
I don't know how to pilot.
You definitely whacked the ship against some rocks last time.
Okay, but that was
piloting.
landing. I was able to do a maneuver to stop the ships from whatever. I'm not even
Landing is a part of flying. Landing. Last time you were his co-pilot, you definitely whacked the ship against some rocks. So that is what's in his mind when he thinks of you flying. But you do, in not too long, you do end up, he brings you out of hyperspace, and you can see the beautiful planet of Ryloth rising up ahead of you. And we're gonna take 5 minutes. And
Be
take
back
a 5
soon.
minute bathroom break, and we'll be back.
And we're back.
Tiny speck,
He's tiny
slowly
speck.
floating.
You are the speck in Horton Hears a Who.
Would I happen to know this ship or no?
Aiden just said he can't hear us.
Yeah, I think I fixed it. I don't know why
Fix
he's
it.
doing that.
How much did we miss?
I think just you
We're
saying
back.
that they couldn't see us because we were much smaller, and it was a very big ship that was like a way station for smaller ones.
Okay.
I don't know why
He
it
says
keeps
he can
doing
do-
that
okay.
when we come back, but
Well, it's mean to us. It likes to bully us.
it
Can't
does.
have a show without technical issues.
Can't have a show
Honestly.
without technical issues. Honestly, they're like, how dare you take an appropriately timed break? Sorry for the technical difficulties. I just said that it's a big ship that has many small ships coming and going from it, and that they can't see the little guys on scanner, like they can't see our cruise ship on scanners, but they could if they were very lucky and happened to catch it with their eyeballs.
Now that we're closer, can we glean like anything about this
Yeah,
ship?
do I recognize this ship or at least know the model of it?
Who has the files on the die show?
I
I
think
think
we
it's.
give it
I
to
think
Doris.
it's.
I think I grabbed him, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go through them at all?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
just did that
Um,
after.
You and Lopak can recognize a symbol on the ship, like the side of the ship, as the symbol of Daisho.
A katana and a wakizashi combo?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, that's not good.
That's less than ideal. Lopak doesn't say anything about it. Who's in the cockpit with him? Is it still just Lucy and a tin?
I think so.
Jay and a tin. Who's flying co-pilot right now? It's you, Lucy, right?
I surrendered the seat to a tin when we started getting closer.
Okay. A tin. You can see Lopak's grip tense on the steering.
Good, pal?
Yeah, it's just big ship.
What, you never seen a big ship like that before?
Can we tell that he's
No.
lying?
Roll insight.
All right, D20. There she is.
Got a 16.
Got a natural 1. I'm very distracted by the big ship.
Alright,
Whoa. That's so wizard.
Never seen a
Oh my
ship that
God.
big.
that's so wizard. Lucy, you can't tell, but a tin, you can tell that he definitely, it's not just that the ship is big.
All right. Well, can't tell if it's friendly or not, and I don't want to bring us out of stealth, just to know. Let me see. I'm gonna call up Doran to see if he knows anything about this.
Cool.
Doran, can you come up to the cockpit?
Sure, is there a problem?
I just need your opinion on something.
Alright, I'll be up in a minute. I come up to the cockpit.
Now you're
Welcome
all
to the
boogie in
party.
there.
Ash. That's a dice show ship.
My shell.
What?
When you say that, Lopok just kind of looks down at his hands. He doesn't say anything. You can see his shoulder. Everyone now who is in the cockpit can see his shoulders kind of deflate.
I just give him a gentle nudge, like, hey, you good?
Fine. Yeah.
Madam?
Just.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Because the mere mention
Definitely sure.
the mere mention of dice show made you drop.
Well, it would make anyone who knows anything about dice show's shoulders drop. I promise you, I am not the only one who has this reaction to them.
Doran's shoulders remain perfectly still.
I look back at Doran like, hey, whatever you say. But Doran, who are the dice show?
Well, they're that group we were talking about. They started out as mercenaries when I was younger, but they seem to have expanded considerably in that time.
Yeah, a tin, you know about Dice Show. They're the very
Oh, yeah.
violent bounty hunter group that you heard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I just remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Wow.
talked about how you should not be them. You should never be them.
Yes. Didn't expect I'd actually see them.
No.
I just thought they were a myth.
Well,
Maybe-
if they're on Ryloth,
Maybe they took Biff because they thought he was the tax collector. Mistaken identity. He was gathering
someone-
information on them.
I don't. Lopok seems hesitant to share his information, but he's gonna do it because he wants to be a good person. Daisho doesn't deal in bounties anymore. If they took your friend thinking he was the tax collector, it wasn't. It wasn't because there was a bounty on his head.
What are you implying, Lopok?
Well, you said this guy was collecting information on them. My best guess is that if Daisho thinks Biff has been keeping record of their illegal activities,
You think they'll kill him?
might not be a Biff anymore.
but the authorities on Christophsis knew this tax collector was human.
Doesn't mean
Yes.
Daisho did.
Not necessarily, but
It might
Greg
mean
Ellis isn't exactly a common Trandoshan name either.
Well, that is true.
So, I think there's a chance that he might still be alive. He might be being interrogated currently, but I think we have a shot to save him.
We might have to sneak our way in, blend in with the other ships that are flying in.
What kind of other ships are flying in? Are they all uniform or are they different kinds?
They look like different kinds. It looks like a big ship is getting transport deliveries from Ryloth. All of the ships that are managing to land are coming from the planet. Are coming from Ryloth.
And none of us know what any of the members of the Die Show actually look like. Like there were no pictures in the file.
No, one of them.
No. Well, yeah, you know what one of them looks like.
Former member.
All right. Well,
only former because he's crewed up with you guys right now. He worked for them. Daisho is the reason you guys are out of prison right now.
That is true.
all right. Well,
It
if
is a
nobody,
recent departure.
if nobody has any objections to my crazy ideas to blending in with the rest of the ships going on board, that's our best shot on getting there.
Yeah, all right.
Lopok, you seem to know more than I do, at least, about the current trade that Daisho is involved in. Do you have any idea what they could be transporting from Ryloth?
They don't deal in slaves.
Right. So spices, weapons, things like that.
It could be anything. I imagine it's probably weapons since they're on Ryloth, but it could be something as simple as a supply run.
Can we maybe have Glyph hack into a communication from one of those ships to the big one to see what they're transporting?
Guys,
Yep,
guys, I just invented COVID-19. I cannot wait to release it on these guys. It's
Oh
gonna be
my
insane.
god.
Just watch.
No, I broke my pen.
Oh no.
Anyway, you wanted me
You
to hack
did
something?
that beast thing that I always do with pens.
Oh.
Where I
Glyph, you want to elaborate on that?
There's this little spike thing, and I can plug it in, and it will take down the entire ship.
Well, we need to get Biff off of it first.
Let's get our friend first before we take him out. You know.
What did you want me to hack?
Dorn, explain it to him.
There are a couple of ships that are transporting, presumably transporting something from the surface of Ryloth to this big Daisho ship. We want to know what they're transporting, so we have a better shot at impersonating said ship.
Can I do that?
Yep. Lopok takes you in a little bit closer so that you can pick up stronger signals from the smaller ships. You go over to one of the terminals. I'm gonna just let you do this because it'll be easier for everyone if you just succeed on this. You manage to hack into the signal, and this ship is transported. The one that you catch is transporting medical supplies.
All right. This is transporting medical supplies.
All right.
Okay, sounds simple enough. Just say we have a fresh batch of Colto and we'll be good.
Do we have to come up with some kind of papers or something to verify that?
Glyph listens to the signal long enough. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of code word that gets exchanged. Daisho is a bit like a bank where they have the it's too big to fail mentality. Like they feel like their name. That's another important thing about this gang is they feel like their name enough is enough to prevent attack. So that's how
Nobody's stupid
big,
enough to try to steal from them.
yeah,
Hey,
it's that's how
I
big
know
a
who
deal.
you are. Hail citizen.
Oh my god.
That's not technically a Star Wars one, but I really want to make you all black out.
Black out, and you wake up on a wagon in front of a blonde man who says,
Hey,
"You
you're finally awake.
finally awake."
Anyway,
We segue into our Skyrim campaign. No, I'm just kidding.
Seamless transition.
all right. Well, let's Oh, my filament comes tomorrow. Anyway, well, let's take her in and land.
Okay.
Lopok, you guys do have to land on the planet because all of the things are originating from the planet.
I look back at Shiara. It's like, hey, we're just gonna land real quick and take off, okay?
All right.
If you want to close your eyes, that's fine too. Have happy thoughts or something.
Thank you, but I'm not a child.
All right.
Lopok steers you all in. You make it to the surface. You land. No, there's no like customs necessarily. You just land on a nice little landing platform. A few people take notice of your ship. You know, Ryloth isn't exactly known for its savory business. So a few people take note of the unusual ship they haven't seen there before. But you're only landed for a moment, and then you take off. You're out of stealth at this point. Lopok took you out of stealth so that you guys could land without causing confusion. And now you are, you lift off the surface and head up towards the big boy.
All right.
Do we have a plan for when we dock and they figure out we don't have medical supplies?
Well, I didn't think we'd get this far. Anyway, let's see. Well,
That's comforting.
I have an
Yeah,
idea.
it's like when when the main person behind the plan goes, I don't know, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Wait a second. We could try to trick them to come on board and knock them out. If they're wearing uniforms, we could blend in.
Do gangs have uniforms?
I know this one. This is a classic.
Hey, it works.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly. Now,
Considering we're about 1,000 years before the Empire really gets going, I don't think that's gonna work. You guys boogie up. You're on your approach. What was that, Quinn?
Daisho, I was just thinking like Daisho probably would have a pretty diverse employ though, if we wanted to impersonate guards.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
It would be tricky though.
You boogie up. You're nearly there when the intercom crackles, and a little voice comes across. You can't tell the race just by the voice, but it's just a little voice. Is like, state your designation and what you are transporting today.
Who wants to take this? Me? You? Giara? Who?
Only Biff, because he heard the most.
Well, no. Who's good at lying?
I'm amazing at lying. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
See,
you
I was
won't.
lying about that, and you couldn't even tell.
Insight check.
I'm good at lying. Who's good at lying?
Alright, Janara takes the call.
Great. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need someone to dictate to me what to say.
Just give him the designation number of the ship. Tell him that we're transporting Colto and a few other medical supplies.
This is the escape designation number, whatever the hell our designation number is.
You give the long designation number.
We are transporting Koltor today.
You can hear some papers rustle on the other end. It's like, all right, Hangar 3.
Thank you.
We don't have the staff on hand to help you unload it, so if you just be so kind as to unload it and stack it with the other crates of Colto, we would really appreciate it.
No problem. I hang up.
All right, the comm line clicks closed,
All right.
That went
and you
surprisingly
guys
well.
make your approach to Hangar 3. Lopok steers you in. It's not abandoned. Like, there's definitely other ships and there's people milling around, but no one really pays you any attention. You land. Lopok shuts off the ship and kind of lets out a shaky, like.
Okay. We're in. All right. Okay. Who's gonna stay behind on the ship, and who's gonna come with?
I'm coming with.
That's
What?
my.
All right. Lopok, you want to come, or you want to stay on the ship?
he takes a second and he glances between Lucy's. He glances between Jayara, and then he looks at Doran, and he's like torn for a minute. He's like,
Stay on the ship, Lopak. It's fine.
"No, I'm coming."
All right.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
Small-
then Cal will be on the ship.
Yep,
Alright.
Cal's gonna stay with the
Should
ship.
make sure he knows that if someone comes our way, he should radio us.
Yeah.
You give him the memo,
Okay.
and then
All right. Let's try to find Biff. Try not to stick out like a sore thumb. Small blasters only. Don't want to carry anything too big to make them spot us.
fair warning for you, Atin. Mandalorian armor is gonna stick out like a sore thumb on this ship.
It's just my helmet. All right, I'll
It's
take off
gonna
my
stick
helmet.
out like a sore thumb.
All right, I'll take off my helmet. Put it
Cool.
in my bunk.
You guys all gear up. Does anyone want to grab anything from the armory?
I have my
Me.
standard array of knives and my bow and my armor.
Yeah, I'll use my usual stuff, and then I picked up.
And my wrist launcher.
You
Can
picked
I
up some what?
You said there was like a light armor in there, right?
Yep.
I'll go ahead and take that, just because I only have a combat suit.
They're
All right. I believe the armor that's in the ship, I've lost the designation, but I'm almost 100% sure it's a plus. What's your armor class right now?
13 currently.
I'm pretty sure, and that's with the combat suit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is +2 armor. I'm pretty sure what I have in there is +2. I'll check, and if I'm wrong, we'll just.
It's probably not armor, but is there like a jacket or something that I can use?
Like, what kind of jacket?
Just like a brown jacket.
Sure. We'll say you're rummaging through the storage and you find this musty old brown jacket. Maybe it was Bob A. Feets. Maybe it was Joey Chestnuts. Who knows?
All
But
right.
you find kind of a. It's dusty. That's a nice little leather jacket.
All right, I put it on. It's like, okay. Any last ideas before we disembark?
I could disguise as someone.
We
I don't know
how
who
well
to
that
disguise
works.
at. Okay.
Disguised as a police officer again and get immediately killed when stepping off the ship.
Oh, he was a strip police officer.
It was a stripper, I promise.
Lopak also grabs a few guns, mostly small
Oh.
blasters. You have your disintegration
You have the
gun.
specs.
I do?
Do you have the specs for that? I keep forgetting.
Oh.
I haven't
The
shot.
yeah, it's
Anyone
so
with it. No, I
the
do.
I have the one that we
It's
took from the
mine.
gun runner.
no Quinn has it.
I thought I had it.
No, Quinn
sir.
has the disintegration gun.
I thought
You have
the pistol.
no.
What? I could have sworn I did.
Oh
I have a
no,
prototype.
you have
I have the rifle.
you
She
have the
has the
rifle.
rifle.
Quinn has
I
the
have-
rifle. You have
The prototype.
the prototype, but the prototype fires differently
Yeah.
than the rifle that I gave Quinn. The rifle that you have, Quinn, does 1d8 plus 4 of disintegration.
Nice.
I think that falls under energy, but I'm pretty sure it's 1d8 plus 4. I have too many things written down and not enough things written down at the same time. You know?
Yes, I do.
I feel.
You feel that? You understand my pain? Yeah. Okay. So that's that. So you guys all gear up, and
Head
who's
out.
gonna lead the way off the ship?
I think.
I will.
Oh, all
Actually,
right.
Carol spoke to them. It should be her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go first.
Lead the way, Captain.
Shoot him kind of a nasty look, but
Lopok gives him a side eye at that. And then he follows just behind Jayara, but he kind of like keeps his head down. You notice he's kind of put like a poncho-y thing over his shoulders, and he keeps his head down the whole time. He doesn't look up. And you are off the ship. It's a fairly empty little hangar. Most people are just coming and going, minding their own business. A few, they look like hangar workers. They're in like black jumpsuits, but it's not like a uniform. They all have the little Daisho symbol patch on their shoulder. It looks like, wow, that's really just gonna do that to me, isn't it?
It's the void.
It's the void. It looks like the void. It looks like that. That's a little symbol you can see on everyone.
okay.
Well,
Shoot.
it's sexy like that.
I'll lean over to one of the others and be like, should we make an attempt to have a symbol of our own?
Like what? You want to make a little emblem or something?
If there was a way we could look a little less out of place, that would be good.
Before he can stop himself, Lopak kind of interjects, like, it's not going to matter. No one really wears those things consistently.
All right, then.
Okay.
That's good to know.
So I've heard.
So you've heard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably find our way to like a data bank or something to find like the map of the ship, if they provide that.
Some kind of terminal.
I'll say Glyph, you transferred the data of like where the comlink signal was coming from. You transferred that to your arm, so you can like track it throughout. You don't have a map of the ship, but you do have like where the signal is coming from.
Okay.
Right. I say, all right, guys, follow me.
You start leading them in completely the wrong direction, because you're kind of aiming for the bird's eye as opposed to like what actually the corridors work. You do manage to come across a terminal though, as you're like leading them out the door of the hangar where you could check to see your map.
Yeah, I hit M, check the map.
Yeah, you press M, you hold down left trigger, you hit the tab, whatever, you activate your mini map. It shows, it's kind of like a winding corridors of ships. You make a quick download to your holocom. I keep trying to say holocron, but like none of you have those. You make a quick download to your holocom. No one's paying attention to you yet. You are kind of a group of people just milling about the hangar, though. It would be smart to get into a hall as soon as possible.
Right.
I try and walk with a sense of purpose.
Yeah, Biff's communicator signal is coming from kind of deep within the ship on the other side. So it's a bit of a distance. You do have some terrain to cross.
Head up, shoulders back, walk like you belong.
What if? Okay.
You say that. The rest of you listen except for Lopak. Every time you pass someone, and you pass quite a few people, no one seems to really pay you any attention. But every time you pass people, Lopak kind of like, not in a suspicious way, but he definitely finds an excuse to look the other way. Every time.
All right. Well.
It takes you a few minutes. You get turned around a few times, but you do eventually. It seems like the communication signal is leading you towards like a detention block.
Oh.
of the ship.
Excellent.
This is where things might get tricky.
Security, there seem to be more Die Show members. Lopak was right, they're not all wearing patches, but you can, like, they all have the same kind of sensibility about them. There's more of them now, and more people are kind of noticing your presence. No one's yet said anything to you, but they noticed you. They see you.
Let's step out of the detention area just for a moment, just so we don't just stand there willing, like a bunch of sticks in the mud.
All right, Lopak takes the lead and he goes, "Follow me." And you go down another hallway, and then he hits a button, like a button on a panel on the wall, and the door slides open, and he kind of ushers you all inside, and you're in kind of like a little storage room.
How did you know that?
The map, of course, shows the plans for the ship.
Okay.
Well, I just think it's smart to know good hiding places.
No. You're good. You're good. All right. So we got to figure out a way how to get inside a detention area without, fighting.
Or
As
getting
much as I'd
arrested.
love to.
Arrested? Captured.
We captured. That's the word.
You're going back to jail.
Last thing we want to do is get captured and arrested again.
I think they'd probably sooner kill us.
Started this campaign in prison.
That's where we're gonna end
this
it.
campaign in prison.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. But, Motherfucker was right, they're not wearing patches. So there's probably no way for us to sneak in by stealing their uniforms.
No, they didn't really seem like they were wearing real proper uniforms.
Yeah.
Can we figure out why they took Biff? That might help. If we're assuming that they took him because they think he's the tax evader, that's one thing. But if they took him for other reasons, because if it's the tax evader, then that's not their man, and we can just say that we killed him. Problem solved.
Do we still have his... No, we left his toe behind. We have no proof that we killed him.
We have the bounty.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But how would we approach with that? It's like, hey,
Well, we
You
need
know-
to know why he's there first.
Hey,
we
you
could
guys
just,
stole our lizard.
Can we have him
We
back,
want him
please?
back.
I mean, I guess we could try to be honest and ask. It's like, hey, do you happen
Honest?
to have a Trandoshan? I say honest loosely.
Or we could hack into the system and figure out ourselves.
I like
Liz.
that one better. I'm a
Since
little
you
bit
are-
allergic to honesty in situations like these.
Yes.
Hey,
Lopak is
you want
watching
me to
the
hack
door.
something else?
Yes, Cliff. I need you to work your magic. I need you to hack
Okay.
into the system. All right.
Ready.
All right, you roll technology. I'm gonna make you roll for this one.
19.
Damn.
Mhm.
Okay.
You get the information. It doesn't say specifically why they've taken Biff. It's not cataloged exactly like how police would catalog their files, where it's like an offense and like the reason for why they've taken him. He's not you. It's not like it references Biff. It's not like it says Biff taken because blank. It's more of like there's mentions of a Trandoshan picked up on Christophsis is where he's mentioned. It doesn't say why. It's just like it's kind of like a memo that's like, we got this Trandoshan on Christophsis.
Gotcha.
But
Does
there's
it
no...
say what Sally's in?
Mm-mm.
We would have
It
to
does,
get behind.
it does say he was processed through.
We would
ahead.
have to hack into the security terminal to find which cell he's in.
It doesn't say that he's in a cell.
He's just been processed through. He's not in a cell.
It doesn't say.
So he might not even be here.
Okay, well, we need an excuse to be with the prisoners. Do we need an excuse to see the prisoners? We could just walk in until someone talks to us and then be like, oh, we have to go very suddenly.
You could definitely just...
Evil Pastorin knows exactly what he would do, but Evil Pastorin is not going to do that because he's in the past.
See, Glyph. I mean, if we all approach at the same time, that might seem a little suspicious. So if we go like 2 at a time.
I have experience looking for people in shady situations. Would I have any ideas of like how to proceed in this situation?
You've never dealt with a gang before. You have done a few times, tried to pursue people who had been like captured by police or were in police custody, we'll say.
And I've searched records to see if I can locate people.
Yep. This isn't like any situation you've seen. Their detention block, it's not like a detention of the... It's like a brig. Throw them in the brig.
Okay. But like real life player, Lucy has absolutely no clue what to do next. So can I use my hint now?
So you could just walk down this hallway. You could just walk into the detention center.
What if one of us goes in? I nominate me because I can disguise as a
This
toy.
is me as the
toy.
DM because I don't want you guys to make this harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, I'm all
You
for just
can
walking
literally
down.
just walk down this hallway.
I roll my
All right.
eyes and start walking.
All right.
I really want to use
JR
my
leaves the
holographic
room.
disguise.
Lopak does not let her go anywhere alone, so he also goes with her.
All right.
And
Well,
y'all just... All right, everyone just boogies down the detention hallway. The signal seems to be coming from the end of the hallway. It looks like a room. There aren't really cells. I mean, they're like holding cells where it's like there's no individuals. There's just a bunch of people. You can see it's not like I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's definitely not like helpless people in these cells. They look like pretty tough. Most of them look like they could have taken Biff in a fist fight.
Oh.
Like not just you guys, but could take Biff in a fist fight.
Oh no.
But there is no Biff. You walk down the hall. A few of the guards give you nods. This is the kind of section of the ship where like no one would be if they didn't have to be. It smells bad. It's gross. You guys are getting shouted at by the people who are in the cells. Like it's just not a pleasant place to be. The guards assumed that no one would come there without like having been ordered.
I give them my confident, no nonsense, professional nod back.
They are like, oh, yep, Lopak is keeping his head down. You can see anyone who's walking behind of Lopak and JR can see that like there are definitely some reactions to him from within the cell. Please don't copy strike us for those 5 seconds of that song. There are definitely some visceral reactions to Lopak. You see a few people do double takes, a few peer closer. He seems familiar to them. But you make it to the end of the hallway. Your head just disappeared.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. When you look to the side, your head disappears. You make it to the end of the hallway. There's a door. You press it. It slides open, and it seems to be a storage of possessions. And it takes you a second, but you do find Biff's communicator on one of the shelves, and there is no Biff.
Fast.
Well, any other bright ideas?
Fuck. All right.
Watch your profanities.
We could just ask someone if they've seen him, maybe one of the prisoners.
Well, if he was processed.
And we didn't see him in one of the cells as we were walking down?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
There is no sign of Biff. Once again, we are Biffless.
Ah. I want my emotional support lizard back.
I need my emotional support Trandoshan. As you're all kind of standing in this room trying to figure out what's coming next, the door slides open behind you, and there's a man standing there. He's one of the Die Show members, and he takes a second and he looks at you, and he looks at the communication, and he the scene plays out almost in slow motion. So he reaches for his blaster, and before any of you can react, Lopak is on him, pinning him to the wall by his throat. So he has got this man pinned up to the wall, holding him by his throat. A blaster out with his gun in his face.
And we're all in the little storage room?
Yep, you're all in this little like room that has possessions of, I guess, prisoners. Like it looks like prisoner possessions. You're all in that room. The door slides closed.
Close the door.
Yeah, no alarms raised, and Lopak is standing there, gun to this guy's face.
Okay, I walk up to this person and I say, okay, we may kill you, we may not. That all depends on if you tell us what we want to know. Atin, tell him what we want to know.
Where is the Trandoshan?
I don't know what kind of Trandoshan you're talking about.
Christophsis?
Big, tall, green, took him from Christophsis. You have a few more seconds before my friend here snaps your neck. Answer the question.
We don't have the Trandoshan, we just have his stuff.
Where the hell is he?
I don't know. And at this moment, he turns his attention away from you and looks at Lopak, and he recognizes him. And Lopak sees him recognize him and snaps his neck.
Lopak!
He is this is kind of, he's not a barbarian. Lopak's not a barbarian, but he's in kind of a state that's like he's raging right now. Like he is
panicked.
Something else has taken over. This is a side of him you guys haven't seen before. Like you've seen him drunk, but normally he's like composed, on top of it, in control. He is not. He is like a wild animal right now. Like he is, all of his fur is on edge. His breath is ragged. He is just holding this now lifeless man by the throat in the air. And he's just like shoulders heaving. It's,
well, this went from sexy to very disappointing.
Lopak, you can drop him now.
what was that, Quinn? Sorry, you cut out.
Go and put my hand on his.
What was you cut out? What was you saying?
I thought so. Everyone froze. I was like, haha. I just go and put my hand on his shoulder very cautiously and tell him, you can put him down now. He's not going to trouble you anymore.
So as you touch his shoulder, you can see Lopak shudder, and he looks over, and it's like his pupils return back to a normal size, and he like takes his in his surroundings, and he just like steps back and like scrambles back from the body. As it crumples on the floor.
I'm gonna see if I can like see if I can find anything of note on the body, or any security keys or anything.
All right, you press X to loot the body.
I go and stand in the corner, trying very hard not to look at the body.
Oh right, you're not a murderer.
Everyone's just like, this is fine, and Glyph is like,
Do I find anything of note?
Nope. It's just like a guy. It's like if I were to kill you right now, like in your own house, that would be like what you'd have on your body. Like he just looks chill. He has a blaster, but other than that, he's just like doesn't have much of any interest.
Let's stick a rope in here. Make it look like he hung himself or something.
In the storage closet. You have a disintegration gun, Atin.
Fine. Takes forever to load up, though.
Are his eyes still open?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go over and close his eyes.
I thought you were gonna like take a retinal scan or something.
No.
I would like to. No.
All right, if nobody wants to watch this, turn away now.
Yeah, I turn around.
I try very hard not to throw up.
All
I
right,
just kind of look at the floor.
I just used to disintegrate him.
All right. You take the pistol, and the Thanos snaps, and this body just.
Oh, it's like in the Jedi Academy.
He is dust on the wind. And when he disintegrates, like the second he's done, Lopok just pushes past all of you out of the room. And you can hear, like, from the sound of the jeers of the prisoners, he is crying visibly. And he just goes.
Well, I'm going to go off to him. Be right back, maybe? Or maybe you should follow.
I'm also gonna go.
Is this what we do? I mean,
What, kill people and then cry about it?
I've
Yeah,
never seen you
that's what I
guys
do.
murder people before, though, but that was like life or death. They were trying to kill us. This was just...
Well,
I
if
don't
we'd
know what
raised
this
the
was.
alarm, then it would have been life and death.
But I have stuff I can do. I could have paralyzed him for like an hour.
Biff, it's fine. It's too late now.
What's done is
It's
done.
not fine, but it is too late.
Go check on him. I need a moment to think.
Yeah, I'm running after.
Doran and Jayara run after Lopok. He's moving quickly and he knows where he's going. You can tell by how he moves, he knows where he's going.
Well, I'm zooming after him.
You zoom after him. People are taking notice of him now. He's not trying to hide his face anymore. He's not keeping a low profile. You and Doran running after him aren't keeping a low profile either, and you can hear a few of the members whisper to each other, and they're whispering his name. Like, is that Lopok? I thought he was Lopok. Like, that's what you're kind of hearing as you're running through the halls after him.
Can I try and catch up with him, please?
Also,
Yeah. You both, you have to basically sprint. He's taller than both of you, and he's taking long strides, walking with a purpose. You sprint, and you do eventually manage to catch up to him, and JR, you grab him by the arm, and you just kind of like yank him off course, so he has to he's forced to stop. He spins around to face you.
Are you alright? Well, clearly, that's a stupid question. Clearly, you're not alright. What is happening?
You two need to go back to the others and get on the ship and get out of here right now.
Not without you and not without Biff.
If Biff wasn't in the detention, he's not on this ship. They wouldn't keep him anywhere else. They probably took him down to the planet so that they could sell him off.
I thought you said they
hate
didn't
this
deal in
place.
slavery.
They don't deal in slaves, they deal in fighters.
Shit. Fuck.
Alright.
Alright.
Jay, you take him. I'll go back and get the others.
You got it. And I start trying to haul him back towards the ship.
He seems very determined not to come with you, but he does he does eventually give in and let you drag him down the hallway. You can hear now the whispers have turned to people talking. There's pointing, there's talking. He's been recognized. Doran, you run back down the hallway. You make it back to the others. You explain what Lopak has said, and the three of you take you head back towards the ship. JR, you've managed to drag him back to where you could recognize how to get back to the ship, and he finally yanks his arm free, and he grabs you squarely by the shoulders and turns you to face him, and you can see there's still tears in his eyes. He still looks very, very emotional, and he says, I'm sorry you had to see me like that. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm sorry I've lied to you, but Jai, I can't get back on that ship.
Why not?
I can't.
Do you
I
want
have
to?
business here. Of
Look
course
at me.
I want to.
Then do it.
I can't.
Why not?
You won't be safe.
I'm never safe. Have you met me?
It's not like that. It's one thing to have the police after you. It's entirely another thing to try and run away from this gang.
You think I just have the police after me? You think that's it? You think that's where it ends with me?
It's funny.
No one knows about what's after you, Quinn. No one knows the danger you've put this crew in.
I think between us we have 80% of the galaxy after us.
Honestly, yeah. But none of you know. Javi has the entire government of a planet after him.
Glyph also has a
Because he
gang
killed
after
the
him.
governor's son. Yep,
Yep.
Glyph has a gang after him.
Me too.
Doran
me
has a
too.
gang after him.
I have,
Really,
half
Jay's the one who's come out of this the cleanest.
I have half
I mean,
the slavers in the Outer Rim who have it out for me.
That's valid. Anyway,
So, is he refusing to come with us?
he does not. He wants to get back on that ship with you guys, but he is also terrified.
Lopak.
He does
Lucky
not.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, you guys, the boys are all back to the ship at this point. You didn't come across Jay or Lopak.
The longer we
Okay.
wait, the more danger
But you're-
we're in.
They are going to come after me.
Okay.
All right, no, they've seen me with you. They know the ship we came in on. If I stay, you guys have a chance to get away.
I'm not going without you. So if you want me to be safe, or safer, then you're coming with.
Damn it! I am trying to keep you safe.
I don't need protecting, Lopak. I can take care of myself.
Fine.
Okay.
Then let's go.
I hook my arm through his and I start dragging him back to the ship.
You make it back to the ship. You're on the way to the hangar. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I figured something like this was coming. Dex, you say? 16.
Yes, I say.
Oh no.
Okay. So much like the scene in the storage closet happened, this happens in slow motion as well. You have just reached the blast doors for the hangar, And before you can react, Lopak yanks your arm out, like his arm out of yours, pushes you forward through the blast door, and shoots the controls, essentially locking the door shut behind you. And there is now a very thick blast door between you.
Alright, so is he still on our ship, or is he just like...
No, he's not on your ship.
He's not on the ship.
You guys are back at the ship. Jayara is back at the hangar. And Lopak is on the other side of the blast door.
I pull out my slicer's kit and I start trying to hack my way back through that door.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll technology.
Okay, that's good. Plus technology. And I have expertise in a slicer's kit, so that's 21.
All right, you pull out your slicer's kit. At this point, alarms have started to go off throughout the ship. Enough people have been alerted. Boys, you hear these alarms go off, and you kind of run off the ship, and you can see Jayara standing at the blast doors, trying to tinker. Jayara, you manage to slice into the door panel, and it starts to slide open, but the controls are so damaged that it's not going to open far enough for anyone to get through. It's not. It's open far enough that you can see Lopak, and he is standing in the hall surrounded by other Die Show members.
I have a fusion cutter. Can I use that to try and cut my way through? Or a better idea, what's the ceiling situation like?
The ceiling?
Can I boost myself up? Is it like a...
Quinn, do you have something to say? I can't
you're
hear
muted.
you.
You're muted, Quinn.
You're muted, Quinn.
Well, this is okay. I'm gonna tell Atin to get the ship ready, and then I'm gonna run over to Jayara.
All right, Atin, you go and you prep the ship to take off.
I'm in the pilot seat.
I look back at him and I say, "Oh fuck!" And then I start running after.
Running after who?
Running after Doran. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way I could...
You...
I have a spell. It's called Mending. It allows me to mend things. I would like to mend the door panel.
Okay. Yeah, you can... How does mending work? Remind me of how that tech ability works.
Oh, hold on. You actually want to know stuff?
Yes, I actually want to know. I want to
cut
know.
Through,
I know
through
it's
the
called
comlink.
mending. That's gotta mean something. Oh, okay. Well, there are a bunch of issues with this actually. I can repair a single break or tear in an object I touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn strap, or a leaking cup, as long as the break tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension. You mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. However, it does take 1 minute to do.
I don't think we have a minute.
We definitely do not have a minute.
Yeah, you don't have a minute. And you can't get to what's broken, because what's broken is on the other side of the door. So if you have to physically touch it, you can't.
Right.
Guys.
So, he's in danger, right? He's surrounded by people that want to murder him.
Yeah, he doesn't... You notice he doesn't have his weapons drawn. He's just kind of standing there with his hands up.
Oh, I know
Does it
this.
look like they're gonna shoot him? Like, run over? Can I see?
They have
kind of looking to
they have their weapons drawn.
Right.
But none of them look like they're hell bent on
murder.
On shooting him. Yeah,
I'm
none of them
just
look like
thinking
they would.
if they wanted him dead, he'd be dead.
Probably.
Jai, we may have to call our losses here.
Not willing to do that. Not without trying.
You have.
Not hard enough.
I cut through the comm link. Guys, we have to go. This place is going to be surrounded at any moment now.
How big is the gap in the door?
It's big enough that you could get, like, theoretically an arm through, but you could never get Lopak through.
Okay, I take my communicator, and I say, Lopak!
He looks over his shoulder at you. He's just, like, his face is just filled with sadness at seeing you there. Like, he wants you to be safe on the ship and out of here. That's all he wants.
This isn't over. And I chuck in my comlink.
He catches it and tucks it into his pocket, and he gives you a look, and it just, without saying it, it just says, yes, it is. And at that moment, 2 Daisho members come up, and they force him down to his knees, pinning his hands behind his head.
Glyph, that virus, can you?
I use the virus. Wait, do you want me to do that? Do you want me to
Yep.
break this entire ship?
Yep.
I use the virus.
Force them down on the planet because
I use it.
All right, Glyph takes
The death one,
Glyph,
not the moody one.
Yeah, I'm. Glyph makes the shit moody. No, Glyph pushes. So Jay is still kind of in front of the slicers, the little comm panel. He pushes her out of the way, pulls her slicers panel apart, and as the door slides closed, he jams the computer spike into the terminal. It gets accepted, the virus downloads in, and alarm bells start going off throughout the ship for a whole nother reason. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
dope.
I'm
This
scared.
is gonna go either really good or really bad.
That is my prediction.
I am
This
not
was
leaving.
this was really the whole Death Star. Get Princess Leia out of here.
We've already lost enough people. Not losing.
I like that
we
we've
could
been a party for about like a week and we're already ride or die.
Yeah, Jonah's like, he bought me a knife. I'm not leaving him behind.
Okay, all right, folks. I have one ideal, and that is freedom. If Lopak doesn't want to be there, Lopak should not have to be there. My bonds in this world are the fact that I've left some people behind before, and it didn't go great for me.
Yep.
And my flaw is that I am stubborn. So this
I
was
totally
all in all a
didn't take
bad
that.
situation for me.
I totally didn't take that into account when I was planning this session. I totally wasn't, that totally wasn't toying around in the back of my mind.
Yeah, no, this
Definitely
definitely
not.
wasn't targeted.
Doran really sees Lopak as a mini him.
It's hard not
It's
to love the
larger than-
little cat boy. It's hard not to love him.
He
Speaking
gave
of
me a
cat boy, there's
knife.
one
I
over
want
here.
to see him in a cage. He's just the entire time he was crying, he was just making Cullen screaming sounds.
That's my impression. Yeah, that's what that's, yeah, wow, that was
I'm deeply emotional for a fictional cat man.
I'm also
happens.
deeply emotional for a fictional cat man.
Wow, really was just like the seed of Solo. We're Kira sits on the other side.
Listen, so my my back home group, they got
Mhm.
their NPC barbarian yoinked and they
Mhm.
were upset.
When I tell you
He's
I'm
okay.
upset. No.
All right.
You
well,
definitely still have one of your NPCs.
we still have Cal.
God, we have to protect Cal
Do
with
we-
our lives.
We have to protect Cal at all costs. And Biff,
if we get him back from the fighters arena. Oh no,
Fuck.
Geonosis arena part 2.
Yeah, and this is that the giant ship crashes into the fire arena
What
and
were
Cal
you saying
flies into
about the
space and
Geonosian
everyone's
fighting
just
ring?
dead.
Just Geonosian fighting ring, electric boogaloo. Good job.
Good job.
Going well.
job.
Doing great.
Did we create a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Did you?
I think we did.
I mean,
I think we might have.
I think we fucked up.
We decided to come back to rescue you. Good job.
Good job.
yep. You definitely did something.
We came back to
Rescuing
rescue
was not
Biff and
it.
we lost someone else.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm kind of
rescuing-
glad. Kind of glad we didn't blast our way out yet.
Hey, why blast your way out when you can bring down a Star Destroyer? I really like men who can do that.
Me too.
I just like
have
the idea
one-
of this.
One requirement in life:
Bring down a Star Destroyer.
bring down a Star
You can
Destroyer.
bring down a Star Destroyer, you can stay.
I like the idea of this 4'9" Bothan that like couldn't really break out of prison, but he's here somehow, and he just suddenly
he's got the spirit of it.
He's about to
hasn't
go
murdered
from like
anyone
zero
before, but he's
death toll
totally
to
willing
like a
take
couple
down this entire
thousand, huh?
station.
Like,
Oh yeah. If you're gonna crash a ship this large on a planet, there's no way it's gonna happen without casualties.
Oh yeah, both innocent and.
I'll be the biggest
Just
murderer
think
on the
about
group.
you know that scene in Age of Ultron where they drop the fucking ground on the ground?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like that.
Good.
So
That's what we
I
like
hope
to
you're ready
hear.
to live with that on
No,
your
I have
conscience.
a plan. No, but I have a plan.
Well, what's
It's
your
good.
plan?
Well, it's okay. We're still flying half
Just
a
remove
ship.
the spike, you know. That's how viruses work.
No, but you made the
Control.
virus.
I don't think he made a cure for it though.
What's the cure for? It's gonna take at least a year to come up with a cure for COVID-19. And it's there is no cure. It's just you can vaccinate your ship against this this virus.
Well, Doran is at the point in his life where he's like family. I fucked up with my family once and then I did it again. So I'm gonna try and keep this one together.
Liv is at the point in his life where he had some stuff happen, and then he was like, "Hey, y'all, I don't like you guys." And then this all happened, and he was like, "Yeah, maybe I should stop giving people to the mob." You know?
Thinking about that paragraph you texted me of like, I would like to make an addendum to my character backstory.
I'm kind of glad that I'm warming up and just being friendly in his own way.
Friendly in his own way. I bully my teammates.
I'm
Friendly
putting it
in
on the
my own way.
record though that JR actually does like a tin.
Well, that makes one of you. No, I'm just kidding.
He was excited about
Like
weapons
it.
with her.
Tin
They bonded for
bonded.
life.
Doran just doesn't like snoring.
Hey, that soaring in his own mind was a spiritual awakening.
That was
Tin entered
his first good night's sleep in a while.
in a long time.
Do we want to do outros?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably do some outros.
I think it's gonna be funny that I've been bragging
but-
about not being a murderer, and I'm gonna have murdered the most people of anyone.
We're
In
gonna have the
the
highest
yard.
body count. Before we do our
Oh
outros,
my god, he's Chopper.
bad Rebels joke.
See, but here's my thought: like, if the ship is in orbit, then it's in orbit. You know.
I don't know. I mean, something could be fucky with the virus and blow up the engines and just make it crash down onto the planet.
But no, but satellites are in orbit,
Okay, all right.
like the moon
This
is
is
in
true.
orbit. It just orbits because that's how gravity works.
Well, gravity clearly is
Well,
non-existent in Star Wars. So.
I should make the way that gravity and orbit works is like things eventually cycle in closer
So
to
in
the planet.
10,000 years,
And
I'll
this,
murder a lot
well,
of people.
no, but this ship is already close enough to receive short-range transport from the ground.
Oh fuck.
Like that's
Shit.
that. So
Yes,
it
but-
can maintain its
Up in
orbit
orbit.
for a short time. But you have just downloaded a virus to the ship that has crippled its function. Like this is such a potent virus. It's not. We'll see next week. I'm gonna do some space logistics and walk it through. But let's just say you're gonna have your work cut out for you. But it's okay. It can totally be pulled off. It can totally work.
Anyway, lightsabers.
Yes.
Before we do our outros, we're gonna remind you guys of our lightsaber giveaway. We have partnered with Level Up Lightsaber, owned by Alan White. You can follow him at Level Up Light 1 on TikTok, or you can check out his website. I will put a link in the comments right now. It'll come. If you just Google Level Up Lightsaber, that should be popping into the chat right now. You can go give that a little look-see. They are wonderful sabers. We are partnering with him. We are going to be giving away 2 lightsabers. It was originally going to be 1, but we were in contact with him and he has been kind enough that we are now going to be able to give away 2. It's going to be a fully international giveaway. So no matter where in the world you want to enter from, we have made that available for you all over the world, not just the US. You can get yourself one of these wonderful lightsabers, or he is going to be offering a exclusive saber. He's got some stuff coming to his shop in the next few weeks that no one else will have. So he's going to be offering those to our giveaway winners as well. These are awesome sabers. They are full RGB colors. They've got a ton of sound fonts such as Leia's, Rey's, Darth Vader's, Count Dooku, Obi-Wan, Cal Kestis, the Dark Saber. They are amazing. Palpatine, or Dark Rey sound font. They are so cool. They're equipped for heavy dueling. I was trying to say heavy duty and heavy dueling at the same time. They have flash on clash as well. I'm going to turn off my virtual background so you guys can see this in its full glory. But they do have flash on clash. They've got blaster. They've got lockup. They are really amazing sabers. They're so cool. Lucy, Javi, and I each have one of our own. We love them. We definitely pass by them several times a day and just pick them up and swing them around. They are really amazing. We're so excited to be doing this giveaway. If you want to enter to win, make sure you're following us on Twitch and TikTok, because we will be doing one giveaway when we hit 100 followers on Twitch. I believe at the start of this stream, we were at 49 followers, so we're nearly halfway there. It's super exciting. We will also be doing the second giveaway when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. I believe we are about at 170 right now, so a little bit further away for that one, but still totally doable. So make sure you're following us here and on TikTok if you want to be part of these lightsaber giveaways. We're going to be putting out a video either tonight or tomorrow about how specifically to enter and how it's going to work. We are going to do the giveaway live on Twitch. So make sure you're following us for all those updates, because why would you want to miss out on a free lightsaber?
We've got a question in the chat I don't know the answer to. It says, do the blades come in 12 inches?
The blades do not come in 12 inches. These blades are 32 inches, I believe, are the length of these blades. However, you can cut these original blades. They have the ability that you can cut them to whatever length you like. But thank you, Aiden, for saying they come in 12 inches, because I know it was you who asked. I don't even need to check the chat. Who else would ask about a 12-inch blade? Yeah, it was Aiden. But yes, Aiden, if you have the desire, if you feel so inclined, you can cut down your lightsaber blade
to 12 inches.
To 12
I know that's your personal preference, Aiden. I personally know.
I personally think 12 inches is just a little bit too big to be enjoyable. But, to each their own.
Yes,
I'm
Quinn.
sorry, Quinn.
Damn,
I know that's
man.
hard news for you.
Anyway,
Anyway, lightsabers.
yes, lightsabers.
Anyway. Lightsabers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Um,
We've been talking about lightsabers the whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, for definitely.
Anyway, thanks for watching us tonight. We are going to do our outros in a second, but one more thing about the lightsaber giveaway. It's so exciting. Like, we are so overwhelmed to be able to do this, and we just have a million thank yous to Master Alan for helping us set this up. He is so nice. He's such a kind person. You honestly, you won't find a nicer person in the Saber community. So please also, while you're following us, make sure you go and follow him and keep your eye on these sabers. They're amazing. He also offers training through his website. He is a black belt martial artist. He is trained in using staff and saber combat. He does lessons online. So if that's something you're interested in, I suggest looking into that too, on top of just the saber. But now for normal outros, my name is Emma. I was your DM tonight. I also play on Fridays in Quinn's
That way.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Quinn's
Yep,
Avatar
there you go.
campaign. I'm sorry, that's Lucy on my screen. Like what I can see, that's Lucy.
I'm on your
But
other side.
it's actually Quinn. Yeah, that's Harry on my window. But
He's
that's
actually
Lucy.
down
That's
there.
Quinn. I know, but I'm just saying in my Zoom call, which is how I see you guys. That's Lucy, that's Harry, that's Hobby, and that's Quinn. But that's not our layout. So if you see me pointing in the wrong place, that's why. Anyway, I play in Quinn's game on Fridays. I play Cal, the firebending bread boy. And we also last night played our special pirate one-shot that Lucy DM'd, and I played Hondo.
You did not.
I did. Her name was Hondo.
Yeah.
She was a beautiful purple Twi'lek.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. She was a beautiful purple tiefling, and I couldn't think of a good pirate name, so I named her Hondo. So I played Hondo in Lucy's pirate campaign that we are thinking about making a reoccurring thing because we all had such a good time. So check with us for updates about that. And I will let Lucy go next.
Yeah, so I'm Lucy. Like Emma said, I ran the Ladies' Legacy, which was our pirate one-shot that we are thinking of continuing. That's a 5th edition game in a homebrew world that I made. I would really love to continue it, but we'll have updates about that coming soon. You can find me personally on Twitter and Instagram at BluebirdDraws and on TikTok at LucyBlue66. I'm here every Saturday. I'm here every other Monday in No Happy Endings, which is a series of one-shots or short arcs playing a variety of different systems. We're debuting a new custom-made game made by Harold down there this Monday that we're super, super excited about, so that'll be a good time. I help design Savvy and Scandals and Clockwork Hearts, which are both original games you can find on our website. I also play in Chromatic Chimera every Wednesday in Agora's Bells and Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar, both of which are coming to an end. And we will have a new campaign in that time slot very, very soon that I'm also a part of that I can't wait for. And I have a podcast called Odyssey Exploration and Research. That's on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. And that's it for me.
All right, before we go on to the next outro, what just popped into the chat is a link to the sabers. If you want to check them out or purchase one for yourself, you can just click that link and it'll take you right to Level Up Lightsabers website. I also forgot to say my own personal social media. So you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at EM_N_AY if you want to see me personally. And now we'll go to Harry.
Oh, wait, real quick. I forgot to thank Tabletop Audio for the music and background sounds in this game and all our games on the stream. They are phenomenal and they're free and wonderful and amazing.
Yes, thank you, Tabletop Audio. Okay, Harry.
Hi, I'm Harry. I play Glyph. And I also don't have any social media, but I do stream on Twitch on Mondays for this channel every other Monday. I don't know how to talk. I forgot. Someone help. And we're going to be debuting a new system when we come back from holiday break this Monday. I wish I could tell you more about it, but I think it's really something you kind of have to see for yourself. So yeah, join us for that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
All right, Javi.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. And my name's Javier. I played a tin. You can also find me on Fridays in Quinn's game, which is the Avatar game. I play Takani there, a waterbender who doesn't really know how to waterbend. And I have a special announcement tonight that I was told to wait since, today was a Star Wars game. So every Tuesday I will be doing Star Wars Tuesdays, which is just me playing Star Wars games. So this Tuesday I will be playing Battlefront. Next Tuesday I will be doing Squadrons, and then the Tuesday after that I will begin my Grandmaster playthrough of Jedi Fallen Order. So time slots will be determined fairly soon, so keep an eye out for that, and I'm pretty excited about that. You can find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter, which is @BowlOfRice07. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I only posted one video, which is really just a promotional video for the lightsaber giveaway. The TikTok is @LionCW. Pretty simple. I will be in talks with the founder and the co-founder about opening up an Etsy shop, since I did get my shipment of filament coming soon for the 3D printer. And that's it for me. Hope to see you on Tuesday.
All right, Quinn, take us home.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Quinn. I play Doran, who I think is going to have a crisis of morality next episode, but that'll be exciting. When doesn't he? You can find me here every now and then. I'll join in on Mondays, no happy endings and other fun stuff. But most of the time you can find me here on Saturdays. And then, as we've talked about, I run the Avatar game Shattered Cycles on Fridays. Sorry for not being there last night. A family thing came up, and that was all kinds of fun. But we will be on again next week for more Avatar shenanigans. And as for my other social media, it's really just Instagram at this point. Maybe that will change. We'll see. I'm kind of being persuaded to get a TikTok, so maybe that will change. But as it is, my regular, everyday, normal person Instagram is QuinnJH133, and I have a cosplay Instagram, which is qhal.cosplay. And yeah, look out for some fun projects on that.
All right, so now I'm going to do all of our Fat Dragon social media. I'm also going to say that all of the art that you see done on this channel is done by our lovely Lucy. She has done all of our layouts. She has done our logo. She has done our Spacio sticker that you can find in our Redbubble. They are amazing. We love her art. We love the layouts. So big thank you to her herself. We love her. I love you. It's wonderful. The Fat Dragon social media, obviously, we have our Twitch, Fat Dragon Gaming 2020. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out our Twitch if you want our live streams. If you've missed a past video, we do have a YouTube. It is linked in our Twitch bio, so you can check out some past VODs. We also have our Redbubble where you can buy some merch if you want to support us. We'd love for you to do that. That's linked. We have a Twitter, which is Fat Dragon Gaming. We have an Instagram, which is Fat Dragon Entertainment, and our TikTok, which you need to make sure you're following if you want to be entered in our lightsaber giveaway, which is Fat Dragon Gaming. That is Fat Dragon Gaming on TikTok, and you need to be following it if you want our update about the lightsaber giveaway. We also have a website where you can find a ton of information, including the original game systems that have been run on this channel. That is fatdragonentertainment.com. You can type that right into your search bar. It'll come up. It's got some about us, like info for each of our original players, this main cast right here, our founding members. It's got our updates, which is our blog where we put out our original game systems. You can find the Clockwork Hearts, which is a game system by Lucy. You can find that system there. You can also find Savvy and Scandals, which is a political kind of campaign that we ran on this channel back when Election Day was happening. That's super fun. That's there. Our new original system will be up after that game is run. And you can also find links to our social media. So really, it would be nice if you came and gave that a little look. Again, that is fatdragonentertainment.com. I will pop that into the chat in just a second. But yeah, that is... Oh, why can't I type? Entertainment.com. That just popped into the chat. So make sure you check that out if you want to find all our info. Make sure you're following us all across the board for updates. We're so glad you guys decided to spend your Saturday night with us. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, and we will be sure to give you more updates about our lightsaber giveaway soon. So make sure you're following for more info. We love you bunches. We're so glad that you could be with us. Again, thanks for taking your time to watch us, and we will see you guys on Monday for No Happy Endings. That is where
Harry's below.
ends.
Yep, there you go.
Bye.
Bye.